Matthew MacFadyen is playing Labour Minister John Stonehouse in an ITV drama about a disgraced politician. The MP hit the headlines in the 1970s when he faked his own death by leading the public to believe he had drowned or been eaten by sharks in Florida after his complex financial status and affairs eventually took their toll. Succession star MacFadyen compared Stonehouse with today's politicians ahead of the series airing. In 1974, Stonehouse, who was a high-flying member of Harold Wilson's government, disappeared from the beach of a luxury hotel in Florida. He left a neatly folded pile of clothes on the sand as he swam into the sea, intent on staging his own death. It came after a sex tape, a stint as a Czech spy, money troubles and an affair with his secretary became too much for Stonehouse to handle. Stonehouse deliberately stole the identity of a deceased constituent, applied for a passport in their name and began to weave an elaborate conspiracy, seeking a new life down under with his mistress. Strictly fans spot Helen Skelton's hidden message to ex-husband speaking to Express.co.uk and other media about the upcoming three-part series. MacFadyen said, "It's ludicrous. I mean, has great fun to play, but Terry's something very sympathetic about him, you know, has very personable and quite charismatic. But also, it wasn't without vanity," MacFadyen continued. And he liked the trappings of his position, the success he had in party politics, and it just unraveled. He said of playing Stonehouse during his drastic and destructive downfall, "I find it very funny, but very sad and fascinating. I was telling my 16-year-old that story this morning, and he was like, 'What, really? What? That's not true.'" Comparing Stonehouse to present-day MPs, MacFadyen said, "There is that vanity you spotted, and certainly in politicians, I think because it's the nature of the job. They're sort of insulated, I suppose, and it's sort of a powerful position. They, sort of have an inability to sort of change tack or jump off, I suppose." Keir Starmer blasted by GMB's Rob Rinder for avoiding simple question. Update: Coronation Street's Ken Barlow has big decision to make over future. Latest World Cup commentator Lee Dixon calls out ITV director Live on Air. Insight: MacFadyen said what happened to Stonehouse is the stuff of legend. "I've always been intrigued by what motivated him to fake his own death, and leave behind the family he loved and doted upon and a promising political career," he added. John Preston's script truly captures the man and his colourful life. MacFadyen stars in the drama with his real-life wife Keely Hawes, who portrays Stonehouse's wife Barbara. Showed rival star Amber Heatley plays Stonehouse's mistress Sheila Buckley. Writer John Preston said, "I've always been fascinated by John Stonehouse. The story of how he faked his own death and tried to start a new life in Australia under an assumed name is one of the most bizarre true-life tales I've ever come across. I am absolutely thrilled that it's being brought to the screen with such an outstanding cast." Stonehouse will land on ITV in early 2023 on a date yet to be confirmed.